Access to information is for economic growth. It is vital in effectively delivering services that touch the needs of the citizens. The citizens get empowered to access service and participate in governance. Uganda has developed information, communication and technology infrastructure as a global commitment to improve digital inclusion and to realize the Sustainable Development Goals. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Aminah Zawedde, told UBC that the plan conforms to the National Planning Framework, the National Development Plan 2 and Vision 2040. Adoption and utilization of ICTs has empowered Ugandans and conforms to government's social and economic growth agenda.
We have done the extension of the backbone to over now, I think, 40% to 50% of the country. To date, we boast of every out of 100 Ugandans, 55 Ugandans have a phone and others are connected to the internet. Then in terms of the services, we have many services going online for government and in the private sector. I think in the banking industry, everyone does online banking.
However, stakeholders in the tech space still lament the cost of broadband, unfavorable policies, high taxation of imported internet-enabled gadgets and devices.
So we are urging all players to collaborate and work with one another, work with the government, work with the private sector to make sure that the digital system is safe, secure and affordable. Because at the end of the day, there can't be financial inclusion if there is no accessibility, affordability and availability.
Inadequate access to the bandwidth that has limited the access to internet itself. And so the procurement or the purchase of what amount of bandwidth has been expensive.
These are concerns, but the state of affairs and demand for data are driving internet uptake and could eventually lower costs.
If we have few users online, then the maintenance of this network is all going to come onto these few users. So we want to bring more users online. We have so many youths in this country, and we're saying if everyone is hooked onto, the internet, then we'll be able to have a high turnover of services being engaged on. We'll have revenue generated out of the services that they're being hooked onto. Right now, it is not the case. So that is why you find the costs high. Okay. So now, how do we get more people to get online? They need devices. They need a phone. They need a laptop. But these gadgets are expensive. So we're saying, if we can have subsidies on these devices or taxes waived and we get more people online, then we'll eventually get the cost of internet down.
But government is committed to bridging the gender divide in the digital space, which is in line with this year's International Women's Day theme, Digital Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality.
The advice I give to the girl child out there is to believe in themselves. I think I always have motivational placards. Motivational placards in my office for anyone who visits. There are many more. Some of them are, you have to do it right now. Otherwise, if you don't seize the moment and opportunity now, then it is gone. So I urge all girls that, I am here, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of ICT, a woman who has been raised as a girl and has done sciences, but it is about believing in yourself and that you can do it.
Statistics show that once broadband penetration reaches a critical mass of more than 30%, it significantly impacts on job creation, gross domestic product GDP, broadening of educational opportunities, rural development, and enhancement of public service delivery. Dennis Igor for UBC News.